Don't ever claim the sicknesses the doctors give you and just say, you know what, I got this. Now you're saying it's yours. You're saying, I have this. I have this. You're claiming there's a way to reverse it. There's always a way to reverse these things. If you look it up, look into natural remedies as well. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here again at This Is Where's That Podcast. I go by the name of El Jefe, as you all know. And her? This person here?
I'm Shelly Baby.
Shelly Baby in his house. Mm-hmm. That's my partner, y'all. That's my partner. My road dog. The homie.
The homie.
We cool.
Mm-hmm.
She mad cool, y'all. She mad cool. I ain't even gonna hold you. But check it out, man. Let me say this real quick about my partner right here. Though, you know, I talk to my peoples. I talk to my, family, friends, or whatever. But I like to give people their flowers too. She's always giving me my flowers. Now, like while I'm alive, she's always saying good things to me, good things about me, and her appreciation for me being, the person I am to her. And I appreciate that. So, but I'm saying to you guys, she's a great person. Like, I've met so many people in my lifetime, and, she's different. She is easy to talk to. She's a nurturer. She's someone that if you are going through something, she's easy to talk to. It ain't no fake. It ain't no faking in her at all. I can honestly tell you that. That's what makes her special to me. She has a place in my heart. That's why I call her my best friend. We play around a lot, tease each other, and sometimes things do get serious. We disagree about things too, and that's just part of, friendships. That's what we do. And, but, for the most part, she has a lot of my respect. She gets a lot of respect from me. And, I gotta say, there's been times I was, going through things, and she just kind of made things a little easier for my days. She brightened the days up a little bit, and that's the kind of people I like to have in my circle. I got family members that I can call on to do that as well, but we ain't talking about them. We're talking about her. I'm talking about her. So I'm giving her flowers, y'all. She's a great person. She's one that I can definitely that I say holds her weight of being a best friend and understanding, things that somebody else is going through. And I'm sure there's other people out there that she has friends or she's affiliated with, or associates that she may have that feel the same way I feel. But I wanted to give her flowers now live, that she can hear it and see it, even though, I give it to her on the phone or whenever I see her, whatever. She gets the flowers. But I want to say thank you for being the friend that you are. Always respectful. She talks to me with respect. She's very respectful, and that's what I appreciate about her. She don't judge people either. It's just, it is what it is. Thank you, Shelly, baby, for being the person that you are, and you are appreciated.
Thank you. And you're welcome. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, salute, man. Because you rarely find people out here that call themselves your friend actually being your friend, that actually supports, actually there for you, no matter when, no matter the situation. It's hard finding people that means you well. Like, I have a lot of, I have some female associates, some that I do have some female friends too. They're married, relationships or whatever. So I don't we talk when we can talk. Their husband knows about El Jefe, so they know about me. We cool, but I don't, call them or text them because I know that, let them deal with their marriage. Let them be involved in their marriage. Their husband, El, stays out. When y'all want to call me, you can call me, say, what's up, El? How you doing? Call, check on you. That's cool. But the ones that I do talk to on the daily mostly is Shelly and two others that I may talk to here and there when they can call. But I will say, like I said, it's just a beautiful thing when you have somebody that you know that's going to be there for you no matter what. And she has been there, for the communication, for the, may have some things in my mind. I know I can pick the phone up and say, hey, Shelly, yo, I'm going through some stuff, girl. Hey, give me some encouraging words, please. I need it. Mm-hmm. And she does. And sometimes you can be talking to people and they don't even know you're going through something. They can just be speaking encouraging words and don't even know that you're going through something, but you just sit there like, dang, I need to hear that. Like I never hear her speak as far as anything of negativity. And I'm not just saying that because we're on a podcast. I'm saying that because it's true. It's she never says anything negatively. As y'all can see, when we talk about things on here, we're going to have our differences. It's just life, with anybody. We're going to have our differences. But she's always in a positive state of mind, no matter what. Even if she's going through something, she's still positive. And that's how, I want to say that's how we all should be. But sometimes a lot of us aren't fixed to always be in a positive state of mind when we're dealing with things. I've learned how to do it. I wasn't always this way, but I've learned how to do it. And I've learned how to value my friends, value the people that I feel and that I see love me, that's there for me. Family, friends, I value those people that's close to me like that. And I never take them for granted. But anyway, yeah, I want to give her a flower. So thank you. Like I said again, thank you for being my road dog.
You're welcome. And likewise.
For sure. But on this episode, we want to talk about the physical appearance, the healthy appearance, inner, outer, of how you should treat your body. Because when you're healthy inside, it'll be easier to make yourself healthy on the outside. And I'm not talking like, some people may have, inflammation problems on the inside or just organ issues. And I'm talking, just in general. Like when we start taking care of our bodies and actually look at the health conditions that we have. And sometimes you may have health conditions you don't know of because you don't go to a doctor. But you'd be wondering, why am I feeling sleepy all of a sudden? I've been tired lately. What's been going on with my body? Why every time I eat something of this substance or whatever food you may eat, it could be like a candy or something, why do I get tired? And it could be you may be dealing with some issues on the inside that can relate to anything: high blood pressure, diabetes. It's always a start of something. Your body gives you warnings, but you're taking it as, I'm just been feeling tired, man. I don't have much energy. Energy's shot. There's a reason why. It ain't because you're getting older. Sometimes
it could be something so simple. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to check.
No,
it could be something as simple as your body just being dehydrated, or you're not drinking enough water. Right. You don't necessarily have to, have all of these supplements and things like that. I mean, vitamin supplements are okay, they're good, but I mean, you really want to try to get as much of your nutritional, whatever, from food.
Right.
I mean, and I was talking to you I think it was you the other day when I was talking about the different type of blood tests one can take
Right.
in order to make certain that they are incorporating the right foods
Mm-hmm.
for their blood type.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, I've always wondered, even when I was younger, even when I was a teenager, I was like, why is it that they are eating so much processed food, like soda and candy and cake and cookies and
Yeah.
chips? And I was like, and chocolate and things like that, things that I really liked too as I was growing up. But they had some of the like
Mm-hmm.
clearest skin.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then I could eat the same things that they were eating and I could just break out like crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it just means that, our bodies are made up differently. And so it's important for us to find out what it is that we need to eat for our own, you know, makeup, in terms of our blood type and that sort of thing.
Right.
And like you said, if we go to the doctor, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I go to the doctor to find out if there's an issue, but then I may take the holistic approach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's just me. I mean, because I want to know, like, because of the equipment and things like that they have, it can tell me, to some degree, maybe not, 100%, but to some degree, what, may be an issue, an underlying issue. And then once I found out what it is, then I'm going to contact some type of, like a holistic doctor or,
Right.
you know, therapist or whatever the case,
Mm-hmm.
to tackle the issue. I'm more
Mm-hmm.
about preventative as far as, my health is concerned. At least I try to, stay ahead. It's more or less like being proactive,
Right.
and getting ahead of it instead of just going to the doctor and saying, okay, this is an issue, or they telling me that this is an issue, and then they prescribe me all of these type of medications,
Medication. Yeah.
which really is just, it's just a band-aid. It doesn't really, it's not to heal. It's
Right.
just to just
It's
kind
just
of
to
just
maintain it.
place of them, maintain. And
Right.
then oftentimes what you find out is that when you start taking one particular type of medication, you have symptoms based
Mm-hmm.
upon that. And so now the symptoms that you've never had
It's
prior to
gonna
you taking
flare up.
that first, prescription med, now you have other symptoms and you have to take medication to
Mm-hmm.
offset those symptoms. And so it's just kind of like a snowball effect.
Right.
I'd rather just go the healthy way and try to incorporate, things that are for me, like for my body, my makeup and that sort of thing.
Right.
And so, if it means going the route to get that blood test I was telling you about, or to, get like a screening to find
Mm-hmm.
out, what you may be lacking in terms of the vitamins and minerals. And not to say that you have to incorporate supplements, but you can find out what type of foods to incorporate in your diet,
Right.
to where you can get that. So, but of course, I mean, if you have to take supplements or if you want to go that route, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, as long as you're getting whatever it is that you need to become healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's definitely something that you want to look into, because when you feel good, internally, you oftentimes feel good externally as well.
It's
I mean,
true.
because whatever you feel like, on the inside, and how you're taking care of your body on the inside, it is going to show on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And appearance does matter. I don't care what no one
Yeah.
says,
Oh
it
yeah.
does.
Definitely.
Yeah, it matters.
That's why I try to, I tell, the people close to me that your health is the real wealth, not
Yeah.
money.
Hmm.
You can always get money, but you can never always get your health back.
Hmm.
Your health sometimes has one chance. Once you are aware of what the body does internally or what it's doing internally, you have a chance to fix it in the beginning stages. We grew up with our parents telling us that vegetables are good for us.
I love vegetables.
But in today's society, a lot of people push restaurants, eating out at restaurants. And a lot of times, we go for all the things that's not good for us. 5 layers of cheese inside of tacos. Hey, I'm a victim of it too.
You love your tacos?
I like tacos. I like different layers, different types of cheese. 5 layers of cheese on my tacos.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So we are a victim of the things that we know that aren't good for us, but we choose to continue to eat it because we enjoy eating it.
Well, some of it has to do with the fact that, when you talk about eating healthy and buying healthy goods,
Right.
food, that is,
Mm-hmm.
it can be quite expensive.
It is.
But
the thing is, we will spend money on other things that are expensive versus
Right.
spending money in the foods that are better for us to eat, which I don't mind doing that because I know I want to live a long time. I want to live a long time. So versus me, spending money on shoes and clothes, like a lot of money, which if I want to, I can, but I would rather put it in the food that's going to benefit my life, me being here longer for my son, my future wife, or whomever, or just being here for me. If I want to live long, these are things I'm going to have to start doing. And if it means I need to save a little bit more money to live a healthier lifestyle, then guess what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it.
Right.
Because like I said, your health is important. And just because, let me say this too, just because you may have some type of sickness doesn't mean that it's not curable.
Right. That's not the end all be all.
It's not, you can cure it in the beginning stages. Because I've heard of it and I've seen people that were sick, that some people had cancer in the early stages, and they rung that bell. They might have had chemo, or took chemo pills or surgery, but they bypassed it.
Yeah.
Now when
they
they
refuse to accept defeat.
Yeah, you don't ever claim the sicknesses the doctors give you and just say, you know what, I got this. Now you're saying it's yours. You're saying, I have this. You're claiming there's a way to reverse it. There's always a way to reverse these things. If you look it up, look into natural remedies as well. She and I know about natural remedies because, I've been using a lot of the different things for a long time. And one of the things I want to tell you guys about, like, every day to use is some good stuff. Black seed oil. I'm going to post down here too the black seed oil link where you can buy black seed oil. You can buy it. And sea moss.
I would say with sea moss, you might want to get some type of medical advice about that, because not everyone can tolerate sea moss.
Yes, it's
especially if you have some type of immune deficiency, like
yeah.
So
I can see that.
Like thyroid issues and things like that. You have to be very careful with that. So want to go to the doctor and see if that's okay. Because even things that are natural
can harm the body too. Yeah, so it can harm the body if your body's not. If you have an illness, like she said, if you're going through something, it's just best to consult with your physician. But the black seed oil won't do any harm to you. That's it's natural. It's good. It says it cures everything but death with black seed oil. You guys can look it up. But the other things, sea moss and what's the other one? Turmeric. Things with turmeric in it.
Is good.
Some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So start looking into things that's going to make the body healthy. Because you can fight anything off. So let's look at it like the appearance, like our appearance inside. You can't see what you look like inside, but you can feel
Yeah.
how you feel
Which is a
inside.
yeah, definitely a telltale sign.
Yeah.
I mean, even
So
with your skin, I mean,
yeah.
how your skin appears, that will give you indication of what's going on
Mm-hmm.
in your body. Maybe not, in detail, like, okay, this is what's going on, but you could say, okay, you know what? Why is my skin breaking out? Why is my skin, I'm sorry, these hives and things like that. You're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I may be allergic to something. You may not even be aware that you're allergic to something. It could be something as simple as chocolate. And that's
Mm-hmm.
it. So you definitely want to look into that and find out what it is so you can stop. I mean, because I've talked to a few people that had some allergic reactions, didn't know that they were allergic to something, to like tomatoes or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like it caused them to for their throat to close up.
Right.
Things like
Mm-hmm.
that, the tongue to swell up. So some of it is trial and error, you know what I'm saying? But once you find out what it is, then of course you want to try to stay away from it. But when you find out what's right for you, of course you want to incorporate that more into
Right.
your
Can I say
diet.
something real quick?
So,
Thank you, Raleigh.
sure.
We appreciate you. Um, we thank you for joining us,
Yeah, thank you, Riley.
and we have a lot more to come. But yeah, I definitely get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know what? And we talk about appearance. We talk about how you feel on the inside in terms of incorporating good healthy foods into your diet. But we also want to talk about the inner you, like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of your character.
Right.
You know, and not only should how you feel on the inside in terms of your health, but how you feel about you,
Mm-hmm.
how you feel about like, do I love myself? Because when you love yourself, that also permeates on the outside.
Yes.
People can see that. People can see that, and people are drawn to not just how attractive a person looks, like aesthetically,
Mm-hmm.
but are you a kind person? Do you have a good heart?
Right.
Those are the things that people are also attracted to. It's something like, they'll tell you like, oh, you're glowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always because, you're, attached to someone else, but it's because you just woke up that morning. You said, you know what, I'm going to have a great day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about myself. I love myself. Those things like that, that really attracts other people.
Right.
And I've had, people say that it's one thing to be beautiful, but to have a beautiful heart and to have a beautiful mind,
Mm-hmm.
that goes so much further.
Right.
That really does. It goes so much further. Because a person can, of course they can be nice looking, attractive, physically, on the outside, but
Mm-hmm.
if your heart is not in the right place and your mind is just distorted or whatever, then, and if you're not eating well, that in
Yes.
and of
Yeah.
itself can make you look to someone, not so attractive, you know?
This is true.
And then sometimes if you're going to be, um, real with yourself, you can look in your mirror and say, oh, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel,
Mm-hmm.
so handsome, or I don't feel so beautiful, or whatever. And
Right.
so that's your cue to start working on yourself, to do the inner work. And
Right.
sometimes it comes with, you incorporating, a healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like I said, eating, proper foods and, drinking water, staying hydrated,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. And then just working on your attitude, and just saying, I'm just grateful for what I have.
Right.
I'm grateful for the people that are in my life, there's that are bringing, support and genuine care and concern, that sort of thing. It's something about just being grateful
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just embracing who you are. I mean,
Right.
and just, when it comes to appearance too, stop comparing yourself to other people. You are who you are. They are who they are. Whatever you have, that is what the Most High decided to provide you with, or to bestow upon you, work with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful for what you have, and stop comparing yourself to other people.
This
What
is
you
true.
have to bring to the table or whatever, they have something different. And we can all work with whatever we bring to the table. It doesn't have to be about competition or comparison.
Mm-hmm.
There's always, and I always said this about myself, there's always going to be someone that looks better, that might be more successful, that might have a nicer body than me,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, whatever physical attributes or whatever. They may have more, or what might be deemed by someone else as better. But I
Right.
know what I have. I know
That's all
what
that
I have.
matters. That's what matters the
And that's
most.
all that matters. I know what I have. And I'm grateful for what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I say to myself, Shelly, I would like to improve in this area, guess what? I'm going to do whatever I need to do to improve in this area. But it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be about me. It's going to be for me first. It's
Right.
not going to be for anyone else. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be for me. And that's all that's going to matter, you know?
That's
And
it.
yeah, your appearance, it does have an effect on, how people think of you and how you think of yourself.
This is true. That is
So
true.
there's always
That's
room for
true.
improvement. There's always room for
And you
improvement.
should
And I mean,
want the
like,
best
like I
for
said,
yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I'm not saying room for improvement in terms of, going out here and, just, doing some crazy stuff, but I'm just saying just, you know, room for improvement in terms of our health. Like you say,
Mm-hmm.
our health is our wealth. I mean, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle and live long,
Yeah.
then you invest in yourself.
Invest. You are your best investment. You are
Absolutely.
your best investment because if you want to be around for your family, your kids, your wife, your husband, and even let's talk about the physical health part too. Like if you feel yourself or you see, if you look in the mirror butt naked, take off all your clothes, and you don't like what you see, do something about it.
Right.
Because there's gonna be times where you may be invited out to go to the beach or the pool, and I've seen people come to the pool or the beach in a whole full outfit. They're afraid to put on a one piece or a two piece because
Mhm.
they don't like how they look, or they might wear a wrap, or the guys might have on a long sleeve shirt and some shorts. Like if you don't like how you look physically, let's do something about it. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to work out or to lift weights. You're not trying to get big, but you can be toned. Get some muscles. You don't have to have big muscles. Just get toned. Because see, when you're toned, you're healthy. When you're lean, you're healthy. Now, some of us may have some issues in certain departments, but we can change that too because it just takes eating to change your looks. Some people say, well, you know what? I just want to lose. I want to burn some fat. I don't care about building muscles. I just want to lose the fat. My love handles. Listen, it's the food you're eating. It's the carbs, the rice, the breads. Yeast is pretty much what bread is. Yeast, the grits, the potatoes. That's what I tell people. You want to see your abs? Stop eating bread, potatoes, rice, grits. Stop eating those things. You're going to start seeing your stomach shrink. You're going to start seeing your love handles go away. You know what? The size of your stomach is supposed to be the size of the palm of your hand. That's the size of your stomach when you eat food. So when you pick your food up, your food is supposed to be hand portion. That's how much you're supposed to be eating. Like for your dinner, for your breakfast, brunch. Like let's look at the health side of eating, the healthy side of eating. Like let's look at eating more fruits and vegetables because a lot of the foods that we're getting right now, it has a lot of stuff in it that the body shouldn't be consuming.
Read the labels. And then, we talked about, we joked about this the other day. Then we were talking about how things are plastered with organic,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's seedless. Like, it's an
Yeah.
oxymoron. Like, how can it be organic but it's seedless?
Any fruit that have any fruit that we eat should have a seed. If y'all eating seedless watermelons, I mean, if it got the white seeds in it, it's seeds, right? But if it got the black seeds in it, see, some people just don't want to spit the seeds out. That's what it all comes down to. You don't want to spit those black seeds out, and I get it, I understand. But you got to understand too that fruits are duplicated. So is vegetables duplicated. People can replicate these things, and I've seen it done. Huh?
Genetically modified.
Yeah.
Mm.
So be careful what you eating.
Mm. And I would say, if you have like a farmer's market close by, sometimes the local supermarkets may not necessarily have an abundance seeded fruit,
Mm-hmm.
like seeded grapes or seeded watermelon, things like that.
Right.
So if you have to go to a farmer's market, that helps out with the farmers too.
Mm-hmm.
So go to your local farmers market and you'll see it. You'll see seeded watermelon, seeded
Right.
grapes, that sort of thing. So yeah, it may be a pain to eat that stuff and then have to spit it out or whatever. But some people eat the seeds.
Man, we used to have fun as
Yeah.
kids growing up, just sitting on the porch eating watermelon and spitting the seeds out. Who can spit the seeds the furthest? We had contests, me and my niece. We had contests who can spit the seeds the furthest.
We go so far as no, we didn't do that, but yeah. Ooh, and I remember when I was younger, they had yellow meat watermelons. Did you ever
Somebody
have
told
that?
me. Somebody told me about this a couple of years ago. I actually saw the yellow watermelon, and I have
Oh,
yet to try it.
it was delicious. It was my dad and the rest of the family. My mom and dad, we would all go to Alabama. And of course that was the country.
Mm-hmm.
And they had yellow meat watermelon there. It was
Right.
good. Yeah. So yeah, it's ooh, and I remember this lady that my parents used to care for. She had a pomegranate tree.
Mm-hmm.
My sister and I, we didn't know. We used to just lay in a hammock under the tree and just eat the pomegranate, not knowing how healthy it was for us. But we, have like red stuff all over our mouths and tongue and
Right.
hands, fingers, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, just yeah, be more, be more conscious of what it is that you're putting into your body. You
Please.
know,
I want to see all of you guys living for a long time because, when you know better, you do better. And you
you
have
should do
people
better.
in your ear telling you, "Hey, this is the way to go. This is what we need to start doing." Like that good old country eating when people put those hog maws and stuff inside of we grew up with our moms putting these things in our collard greens. I mean, it's good. The meat tastes good, but it's salty. Like a lot of the salted meat that we put into our greens and our cabbages, it has fat in it too. So the fat adds the flavor because the fat falls into the food. But
It's
now
crazy
it's
using your food without
yeah,
that.
it's different now because they're putting all these other artificial flavoring in our meats and stuff like that. Those fatted meats. I mean, meat that comes salty. Think about this real quick. You have a pig or a cow. Do you really think a pig is going to be salty? Pig is pork. So pork is high in what? Sodium, right? So think about when you're frying bacon, pork bacon,
It
and you don't
smells
have,
good.
and yeah, it smells really good, man. Whew. Like I stopped eating pork, right? I haven't had pork in a long time, but
Yeah,
bacon
me
was the
too.
hardest thing to get away from. But what I'm saying is, when you fry bacon and you don't need grease and it produces its own grease, think about when you eat the bacon, what it's doing inside the body. See, the bacon is fat and it's grease. So when you it's pretty much you're putting hard grease in your body temperature is very warm. So the grease starts to what? It starts to dissolve in the body. It starts to melt down. It starts to go all the way down. You don't know all the places it's going when it melts down. So that grease just, it's like lubrication. So it's going to different parts of the organs.
And if you have high blood pressure, sometimes, like you said, a person may have all these underlying health issues and may not know. So if you have high blood pressure and you're eating all of this pork and all of this,
it's not good for you.
Sodium and things like that. Even if you, like we talked about plant-based. I guess I'll go ahead and bring this up.
You know how I feel about plant-based, but yeah.
But I'll agree with you. Some of this, it's just like processed food too, because
right.
at the end of the day, in order for it to taste, good, they feel as though they have to add all of this sodium and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of it is really high in sodium. So you have to watch that, even though it says plant-based. Now, me personally, I've changed my tone. Instead of saying, it's plant-based, I would say, hey, I do. And I incorporate a lot of just vegetables, just in its natural state. So if I want collard greens, or if I want turnip greens or mustard greens, cabbage, or Brussels sprouts, whatever, I'm eating that. I'm not trying to have like some deep fried cauliflower to say, okay, this tastes like chicken, that sort of thing. I'll eat cauliflower in its natural state. That's what I like.
Right.
But even then, some of that, if you're eating a lot of fried foods, even if it's fried broccoli or fried asparagus or whatever, it's still fried. You still have to be, conscious of the fried foods, the grease and that sort of thing. So, raw vegetables, fruit in its natural state. Like I said, seeded fruit, that is. Go for that. Drink water. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with eating meat. I'm not saying that. But you just because you want to have your protein, you want to have a balance. You know what I mean? So, but if you decide you don't want to go the route of eating meat, then of course you can incorporate certain vegetables, beans, that sort of thing. For protein, or get a protein shake.
Right.
That's so. But either way, like I said, it's all about just trying to do what's necessary to become your best self.
Version of yourself. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So y'all, we can't express it enough. Let's start getting healthy. Let's start living. Let's start wanting to live longer. Let's stop eating the things that we always enjoy eating, and understand that there's consequences behind these habits of the things that we eat that aren't good for us. And sometimes it's a long way away that things might, that you might start seeing changes on the inside of your body, or things happening to you. It's nothing happens, overnight. It's going to take time. Like things we might have had 10 years ago are affecting our bodies now. But if you're not going to the doctor, you'll never know. So I want to encourage that as well too. If you don't have a doctor, find yourself a physician. Find yourself a doctor, so that way you can find out what's going on with you. Because you might feel like you're healthy, but you may have something going on. You just never know. We're all supposed to have annual checkups. We're all supposed to have that. But thank y'all for tuning in to this Where's That podcast. And we just wanted to, like I said, we want to spread the word of being healthy. Your appearance, inside, outside. Let's get in the best shape ever. in 2023. Let's start eating healthy. Let's start motivating our family and friends to eat healthy. See, when we eat healthy, our kids are going to be looking at us, and that way they can go ahead and continue on and want to eat healthy too, because the kids like McDonald's and Burger King and KFC and pizzas and all that stuff. They love that. We grew up eating that. Yeah.
If you introduce it to them, then of course they're gonna want it. You know what I mean? And then you try to introduce, eating vegetables, then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, no, I want McDonald's.
Or they want the meat, the hot dog. Mom and Daddy, can we have hot dogs? I don't want to eat cabbage. And okay, I'm gonna give you hot dogs. That's not what happens. They get what they want.
Right.
But that's process.
And let me say this too. We talked about food and nutritional supplements and water and that sort of thing. Herbs also.
Mm-hmm.
But you're always getting on my case about this. Shelly, did you work out today? Shelly, did you work out today? So again, I mean, because I kind of focused on the fact that I was like, okay, well, I eat I eat vegetables every day, and I eat my fruit and drink a little water here.
Yeah, but that body needs the muscles.
Right.
That body needs that muscle to be kept up.
Right. You have to keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Move them limbs. Move them limbs.
Yeah, keep it moving. Even if it's just a 30-minute walk, a day.
20. It can be 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah, it can be.
You don't have to. You don't have to sweat. You don't have to sweat. Let me put that out there too, because some people think exercising, you gotta sweat. Oh, I'm gonna be sweating. No, you don't have to. Walk. You can walk right now. It's winter. You can walk outside right now for 15, 20 minutes. Because you're moving your arms, you're moving your legs, you're moving your core. Because if you're not into doing any cardio, at least walk. At least walk. And
it is cardio.
Yeah, walking. I'm just saying, like the actual cardio workout, like using resistance bands and stuff like that. Yeah,
and all that.
You don't have to do all that. You can, as long as you're walking. And I'm talking for like maybe women that just they're already slim, but they just they don't work out. But understand when you're not working out, or you're working and coming home, you might think you're in the best of shape, but there might be a time you may need to use some muscles. And you might feel like you're weak when it comes to certain things. And that's because you're not conditioning your body by walking or moving your limbs like you're supposed to with your arms in rotation. Your arm's supposed to have some type of rotation every day. Even if you do this every day, just move your arm in circular motion for like 5 minutes. You're still working your arm, your forearm. You're working your biceps, triceps. You're working your shoulders by doing this in circular motions. Your shoulders and even some part of your back you're working at too. There's many different exercises you can do. I can show y'all. One day I'm gonna have an app. I'm gonna show you guys how to work out. I'm gonna think about that too. Somebody told me about this a while ago. I should make a workout app. I just got so much going on. I just don't want to be putting my hands in so many different pots. But I can do it because I got people that can help me put that together. But yeah, health is your wealth, y'all. Let's get in shape. We're gonna leave on that right. Let's get in shape. Let's live right. Let's live a healthy lifestyle, and let's go ahead and keep motivating and encouraging everybody around us, and the people that we can reach by words, and the people that we can reach by reaching other people. Let's encourage you guys. Let's live a long life with a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm out.